In this video, we are starting our breakdown of Get Scalable by Ryan Deiss, which is a book about systems that allow your business to grow without everything depending on you. So before we jump into the tactics, we need to understand the problem that this book is solving. Most businesses don't fail because the founder isn't smart enough, um, talented enough, or working hard enough. They fail because the business never grows beyond the founder. The very skills that help you start the business are often the same skills that end up limiting its growth. That's what Ryan calls the founder's curse. So this first chapter isn't about motivation. It's about replacing effort with systems. And in this session, we're going to apply that lens to one of the most important growth levers in this book, how businesses create predictable scale without burning out the founder. So with that context, let's step into the introduction chapter we're covering here and start breaking down how scalable growth actually works. So here's the core insight behind Get Scalable. The more valuable you are to the business, the less valuable the business actually is. Early success creates a trap. You make every decision. You solve every problem. You hold all of the context. And eventually the business can't move faster than you can think or work. This is what Ron calls again the founder's curse. Most founders don't burn out because they're weak. They burn out because the system that they're running, the U operating system, which I love that, works early but collapses at scale. So burnout isn't a personal failure, it's a structural one. And when the founder stalls, the business stalls right along with them. So that's why this book exists, to replace effort with systems before growth breaks you. So if the founder's curse is the problem, a business operating system is the solution. A BOS, or like I said, a business operating system, is the single source of truth for the entire company. It answers 4 questions without you being involved. What does the company do? How does it do it? How is progress measured? And what does success actually look like? Most businesses don't fail because they lack effort. Like I said, they fail because there's no shared system of execution. Everyone's guessing, everyone's improvising, and the founder becomes the bottleneck without even realizing it. So here's the real test. If you disappear for 30 days, would the company still execute correctly? If the answer is no, you don't have a business operating system yet. You have a person dependent business. This book is about replacing the tribal knowledge with systems and replacing as the founder with clarity, because skill doesn't come from doing more. It comes from designing better. At the core of every scalable business is a business operating system. And according to Get Scalable, that system is built on 3 components. Number one, a set of algorithms, which are the rules that guide decisions. Number two, a common language. So everyone is aligned in speaking the same way. And number three, clear desired outputs. So execution has a defined target. So we'll break each one down in detail as we move forward. So the first core component of a scalable business is a set of algorithms. Now, before that word feels technical, understand this. Algorithms are just rules, not codes. They're the decisions your business makes over and over and over again, written down instead of living inside of your head. Anytime a decision happens more than twice, it deserves a rule. That's how you stop being the bottleneck and start building a business that can operate without you. The second core component of a scalable business is a common language. And this is where most teams break down. Not because people are bad, but because everyone is speaking a different language. A common language means everyone is looking at the same numbers, using the same definitions, and talking about problems in the same way. When there's no shared language, teams don't argue. They talk past each other. The third core component of a scalable business is desired outputs. Every system exists to produce a result. And when that result isn't clearly defined, effort turns into chaos. Desired outputs tell the team what good looks what desired outputs tell the team what good actually looks like, what must be produced, by when, and at what standard. If the output isn't clear, you can't fix the process. And up until this point, everything we've covered leads to one shift. You don't scale by working harder. You scale by removing yourself from decisions and embedding your judgment into the systems. That's the transition from a you operating system to a scalable operating system. So before we move forward, let's pause and pressure test what you just learned and what I just learned as well. Where am I the bottleneck right now? And what decision do I repeatedly make that could be turned into a rule this week? Where does confusion keep showing up in my business? And what number or definition would eliminate 80% of that confusion? What result am I hoping people just know to hit? And what would change if I made that output painfully explicit? To wrap up this introduction chapter, most founders don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they refuse to let go. A scalable business doesn't need more of you. It really needs less of you. Your job isn't to be the operating system forever. Your job is to build an operating system that outlives you. If you want freedom, valuation, and a longevity, you don't need more hustle. You need a better system.